Welcome back, everybody, to a very special episode of Author Spotlight. This is Taj Dashaun, Vice President of Self-Published in 30 Days. As you can see, the ladies have taken over Author Spotlight. They're taking over all the shows. It is Women's History Month. We're here to celebrate. We're here with Miss Sharayah Walker. What's going on, Sharayah?
I'm doing great, Taj. How you doing? It's been a pleasure. Women's History Month, empowerment. I've been empowering all month and going strong. I've been trying to go strong 365, and it's a honor to be a part of this actual collaboration.
It's a beautiful thing. It's great to have you be a part of it. It's a pleasure to have you be a part of the Visionistas book, the conference. What made you want to be involved? Like, why was the mission of Visionistas important to you?
Well, honestly, I'm gonna be honest. I didn't even know about it, but I started writing my own book, and me and the president, I guess, Darren, we met at a conference a few years prior, and I said when I'm ready to write my first book, I'm gonna reach out to you. And then we start talking, and we've been following each other since we met in 2019. And he's like, you know what, I got this Visionista book, whatever. We almost at the ending, and I looked into it, read the first book, and I said, okay, cool. Did my chapter within a week, and here I am.
Got you. So soon to be a two-time author. They don't call you Shay on a mission for no reason.
Two time,
Okay.
two time. Yes,
Okay.
2021 will be a year of 2 in 1. Two books in 1 year. Yes, it would definitely be, and I'm looking forward to dropping back in when that book comes out and letting you guys know what that book is. Definitely a little bit on it. Put it this way. The chapter in Visionistas gave a little bit snick clip of what's in my actual book.
Okay. That sounds good. See, now you're throwing teasers out there. That's a cliffhanger. Now you got to tell the people, though, what is the name of your chapter in Visionistas, and what can people expect by reading that chapter?
It's called Becoming a Woman on a Mission. And the reason why I put that, my stage name is actually Shay on a Mission. And I had that name ever since I signed up when IG first started. They said, hey, Instagram is here. What is your stage name? And I just picked Shay on a Mission. My dad called me Shay all the time. And I just said, you know what? Every time I basically on the go, I'm always doing this. So I'm on a mission. So my chapter is overall how my life evolved into being Shay on a Mission. And it talks about, from the beginning, early stages of my life, coming from 2-parent family home, having siblings of a brother and a twin brother and stuff like that. Then it leads to, my years of being in college. It talks about how I got the job, didn't work out having the job, my entrepreneur journey, and then when I wanted to start entrepreneurship, but I just wasn't ready yet. And then it goes into also my mental health journey, which I'm a big advocate of mental health, and I think that a lot of things I could have been further progressed if I basically took my mental health more in tune with it, and I took it more seriously earlier than later. I know so many people just sweep things underneath the rug, and that's what's the problem is with our community, with our world in general. We have this big stigma that we shouldn't talk about mental health, that we shouldn't get over it. I go a little bit in depth with how I wanted to commit suicide a few times and stuff like that, and now I'm at a point in my life where I no longer want to end my life, but I want to impact millions of lives. And that's what I do in my coaching program, and when I'm speaking, and when I'm doing my podcast, when I jump on people's podcasts and be an interview. So that's really what my chapter is all about.
That's a beautiful thing, Shay. And it's great to hear you talk about, like you said, looking behind the curtain. It's not just about go, being on the grind, being an entrepreneur. You got to take care of you first, because you are a representation of the business. So I love that you talked about mental health. And I love that that is coming across in your chapter and some of the things you're going to be speaking about this weekend at the conference. So I want to dive a little bit deeper into your entrepreneurial journey, because I feel like obviously the goal of Visionistas is to share the stories of other powerful women doing big things in the world. And I don't want you, I know you can't share everything, we got to save it for the conference, but how did your entrepreneurial journey start, and what led you up to where you're at today?
I dabbled. Like I used to when I was like still like in high school. I used to like, you get those TV infomercials and saying, "Hey," it was like rich quick, get rich quick scheme. But I really tried them out and stuff like that. That was probably my first niche of like, okay, I wanted to try something different. I come from a working background of a working family, but I always knew that there's a way to save time and there's other ways to make money legit than just basically going to your job, working at a job for 20 years. How this economy is now. And then how COVID was, that should have been an eye opener that I tell anybody that talks to me and talks about entrepreneurship. I say having one source of income is deadly, and stuff like that. I don't believe that people should quit their jobs right away, but I do believe that people should be in a position. I mentioned this in my actual workshop that I had about a month ago. I said, learn as an employee, think like an entrepreneur. And there's three components that you should think about. Either you're going to fire your boss, you're going to partner with your boss, you're going to own your boss. And this elaborates with how I want to, how I basically start incorporating my entrepreneur in Devours, and I live by those three components and making sure that as I continue on progressing, I make sure that I know my expiration date when I want to leave a job and stuff like that. I can work any job, whether it's flipping burgers or whether it's something more intense like what I currently do right now of delivering packages. And my journey has started really, like I really started taking entrepreneurship seriously in 2017 when I took the leap, you know. I basically learned, I basically tried to basically get, side jobs and but at the same time, I didn't have clarity. I have this four principle of the four M's of entrepreneur foundation that I created. And I say, if your mindset ain't right, your message is not going to be clear, you're not going to monetize, and you're not going to be building your mission. So I went in 2017, took a 2 weeks notice and just basically went ahead and left. And I learned several things, met several great people along the way and stuff like that. Some people have recently left along the way as well. But I got intentional in 2020 last year of getting clarity. So my mindset was going real good. I was reading a lot of books. I was connecting with people. That's just, one of my gifts is my voice, basically being able to collaborate and help other people. But once I started saying, okay, my mindset is there, I know I got what it takes, but my message is just not clear enough. So I had to basically start doing coaching, and stuff like that. There, one thing about entrepreneurship, you should be able to like we are the type of people that want to solve problems. So if you see a problem, you're gonna solve it. So if I know I need to lose weight, I'm getting a trainer to hold me accountable. One of the biggest things that I think that in entrepreneurship, a lot of people go into entrepreneurship, but they don't want to get accountability. I don't care if you need to get an accountability partner, you need to hire a coach, you need to hire a trainer, you need to hire a mentor. It's you got to pay to play. And a lot of people sometimes don't want to pay nothing and they don't want to invest in themselves. So when I started investing in myself by doing coaching, I was doing online programs, but self-help programs only get you so far. You need that one-on-one attention. Even when I started writing my own my first book, I had accountability by Darren. Me and him talked every single week. So, to each his own. Yes, there's some things you can do solo, but I don't believe in solopreneurship. Solopreneurship is really it's kind of it's like fake to me because the simple fact is you're gonna get assistance some type of way. So you're not doing it alone. Whether you having somebody tweak something out, whether you're printing, whether you're shipping something. If you once you ship something, are you hand delivering it yourself? No, you're shipping it out. So therefore, solopreneurship is dead. It doesn't exist in my eyes, and I don't believe in it because yes, there's certain things you got to do for yourself. There's certain things you got to do for your business to build, but if you don't have a team, then you're, like I say, use the word team, use the word entrepreneurship and correlate it with team and take the E out. And it's always going to say team. It's not going to, there's no S in team. So that's honestly where my journey is at. And it's still going. I definitely now in a, you know, better mindset. I did go back to the workforce, but at the same time, I'm always thinking of ways of the three components. Either I'm gonna partner, fire, or own my boss. So I have a game plan, and just stay tuned and keep on following me within the next few years. And you know, consistency is where I stand. I read a book recently, Russell Brunson, and he says that if you stay consistent for a year, you will not have money problems. So I could definitely, this has been one of my strongest and consistent years. I mean, I've had some, you know, highs and low moments like normal, but I continue on going forward.
That's what I'm talking about, Shay. What we're gonna do now at this time is pass the collection plate around because you over there preaching, Shay. My goodness, this is just a taste of what you can get from the conference, what you can get by
I'm
following
holding
Shay.
back. You just don't know. I'm holding back a lot. Like literally, like I skipped over like several things that's in the book, but this is what I do. And I can, like I said, like what, regardless if I'm like, I'm ready. Like I'm always on a when I'm on a mission, like literally, like I could be getting out, snapping out of a nap, and then like, okay, I got to do this interview right quick. Literally, like I mean, like that's just, you got to be ready and prepared at all times. Like I was telling my clients, I'm like, listen, you're gonna turn down an interview if your hair not right. You're gonna turn down an interview because you didn't practice the questions, or you're gonna turn down an interview because you scared. You're gonna turn down an interview because you know this is how you get practice. You know, in 2019, I did 298 consecutive lives.
Mm.
2009, I did 298 consecutive lives. You know, so when people's like, yo, how can you do it live? That year was my game changer. So I can do literally, like if people are like, yo, I need you to jump on a live right quick or something like that. I need you to do a podcast right quick. I'm ready. Like literally, like
Right.
I'm ready. I'm always ready. Like literally, like I don't care if my hair is messed up. I'm putting the hat on and keeping it moving. Like literally, like I'm gonna make it work. I'm gonna make it work. Like literally, my hair, like usually I have my hair in braids. You know, I'm letting my hair breathe this around or whatever and stuff like that. And if I have my hair in braids and it's about due to be off, I will literally do the interview, have some type of hat on, and keep it moving. Like that's just literally like you got to be prepared at all times. And I tell anybody that's in my circle, anybody that's my clients, anybody that I work with, yo, you got to be ready at all times. And stuff like that. And if things that you're not gonna be prepared for, then come up with an alternative. Like that's one thing that with my 9 and 10, I learn about alternatives all the time. There might be a detour I have to take. There might be like there might be a road closer. I might not be able to drive underneath a certain bridge because the truck's not is too tall to fit underneath. So I have to basically revert. So that if I apply that to my entrepreneurship career, then that makes me more ready at all times. Like somebody could call me like, yo, I need you to do this interview because somebody canceled. I'll be ready. One, bring tractions to me. And then two, I'm just, prepared because the simple fact is I've been on the interview side and I've been on the interviewee side. So it makes me keep on just being the person that I am by being that go-getter, that person that has that willpower, that endurance to keep on going, when I want to give up. When I don't want to giving up is not an option for me.
Mm. Yeah, that's clear. That's clear. You're on fire right now, Shay. I just want to let you keep going. I was just going to turn my camera off and just sit here and let you just. I
Oh
forgot I
man.
was interviewing you. I'm sitting here just listening to you
I
talk.
mean,
Like,
we're gonna
man,
have to flip it one day, because I'm gonna have to interview you one day, because
please do.
I definitely love what you got going, and I'm loving that you enjoying this. I mean, my go getter comes from just continue on pushing myself and not getting comfortable. When you start getting comfortable, too, it's a wrap. Like literally, like I know so many people that are getting comfortable. People are like, yes, people are getting their STEMI checks right now, but what are you gonna do with this money? Are you gonna be smart with it? Are you gonna level up? I guarantee a lot of them not buying the business with it. Literally, like I leveled up one of my STEMIs. I leveled up and said, you know what? I'm upgrading with my coach. And then once I started upgrading coach, I got more clients. I started getting more traction. I started being I really started being tunnel focused. I started eliminating distractions out of my life. Literally, like when I mean like people were around like during 2017 and then 2019 when I really started getting it, and then now they're no longer a part of my life. And that's like I had to do it. And like in my podcast, I was interviewing one of the guest speakers for my event that's coming up, and she said like sometimes you have to cut out toxic people regardless if they're family or friends or even former coworkers. And I get that mentality that, you know, now I'm at peace. I come home to peace. I go to work with peace. I drive my car in peace. And that's what it is. I mean, at first I used to love my phone calling. Like, at least somebody loved me. Now I'm like, I got peace. Nobody's talking. Nobody, like, unless it's basically an actual client that's calling, but at the same time, even my clients know, like, okay, text me first, because I might be, you know, I might need a rest. I might need to be meditating. I might need to be reading my book right there. So I need to always make sure that I put myself in a category, you know, like, I think that we definitely live in a selfish world, but there is a time when we got to be, when there's a time when we got to be selfless, and there's a time when we got to be selfish. And people sometimes mix those up. And I'm always here to serve, you know. One of the books that I love, and I have to read it every year, and I'm about due to read it very soon. It's called Built to Serve. As you can see on my banner, I love to read, so it was only natural for me to get this banner. So um, what one thing that I learned is, he said, if you're bored, if you don't feel fulfilled, it's because you're not serving enough people. And when I get to that point of when I'm just like distraught, I'm not doing enough, it's because I'm not serving enough people. So, like, you know, I'll just say, boom, I'm gonna create it. Like, you know, it's great to like get on calls from time to time, but like, I want to reach a bigger climax. So I'll create my own events. You know, one of the things I say is create opportunities, don't wait for opportunities. You know, because we as individuals will like, oh yeah, I'm just gonna wait. It's like when you fill in an application for a job. I'm just gonna basically wait. Or if you're filling out an application for a grant, okay, you know, or a scholarship, you know, I create my own scholarships, like literally, like I got a scholarship coming out, like, you know, that's what the person I am, and everything like that, you know. And it just comes from endurance. I think what really got me to the even more grit is in 2019, from August 2019 to October, I did the 75 hard challenge. I don't know if you heard of it.
I heard of it. I'm familiar. Yep.
Have you done it?
I haven't done it. I've always been pretty consistent with my workouts, so I didn't feel called to do it. But I have mad respect for people who have done the 75 hard challenge. What was it like?
Oh man, it's an intense. You definitely got to structure your eating, water and stuff like that. If you don't drink a gallon of water, one thing that I'm postponing it. I was about to restart it back up, but I got some personal things that are coming precedent, so I'm pushing back to summer of this year, and this time I'm going all phases and stuff like that. So it's a definitely a mental toughness experience, you know. You know, rain, sleet, shine, and snow, you working out. Like it's you working out twice a day, 60 you working twice a day, drinking a gallon of water, you reading 10 minutes, you reading at least 10 pages a day, that's nothing. Personal development, and you know, overall you cutting out the bad crap, you cutting out alcohol, which was easy for me because I don't drink alcohol at all, really. Like, it got to be a special occasion, and I really, like, certain health situations that I have, I don't even try and touch it. So that was easy. And then honestly, the thing that I probably struggled the most was literally matching the two things, was aligning my sleep time and my meal time, like eating, like either making sure I know what I'm going to eat, as well knowing what I'm going to diet, and then on top of that, just basically getting that sleep in, and then structure, trying to get work in, and it just was a lot. But you know, I did have a great support system that pushed me and helped me. Sometimes I even joined certain workouts that I did and stuff like that, and it was a great feeling. So overall, just continue on pushing. And this is why I had the mindset. That's what I do in my business. You know, I do mindset training first, because if you don't have that mindset right, let the business go. Because you're gonna deal with rejection, you're gonna deal with adversities, you gotta persevere over it. And if you don't have that mindset right, it's just gonna, everything's gonna collapse, you know. Literally, like, mindset is your foundation. You know, like, literally, my goal is one of these years to read 60 books in 1 year. You know, that's the ultimate CEO. 52 to 60 is the ultimate thing for a CEO to, you know, read on a consistent basis. You know, I look up to, you know, Warren Buffett, you know, I mean, Oprah. I tell people all the time that hates to read. I'm like, Oprah, she got a whole book club. There's a reason she's not doing this profit, but she actually reads these books, you know, and stuff like that. I mean, I heard a story how Bill Gates was on vacation for 14 days, and he read, no, for 3 weeks he was on vacation, and he read 14 books, you know. So you really like that, like that should tell you like, yeah, there's people that can be possibly millionaires. Anybody has the capability of being a millionaire, but do you have the capability of having 2 million, 3 million, 4 million? And that comes with your mindset. That comes with when you want to educate yourself and, hire a coach. Me, I can't wait to, once I get to making 100,000, okay, I'm going to get to a point where I'm a hire a millionaire coach, and stuff like that. The show doesn't stop and everything like that. The books that I read, now I'm in the process, okay, not only am I going to read the books, I'm going to apply them to the books that I want to write myself.
My goodness, Shay. I got nothing to add to that. If you're listening to this right now, this is why you need to tap in with Shay. With that being said, I want to be respectful of your time. I got a meeting coming up too. Otherwise, we could easily be on here for another few hours because I love talking to you. I love hearing your drive. I love the advice that you share. You just bringing so much value to the audience right now. But before we wrap up, Shay, please tell people how they can tap in with you, how they can follow your journey and get some more of this good game that you shared.
You can follow me. It's easy. Every platform, Shay on a Mission, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. That's very easy and stuff like that. Every Monday I do a Mission Builder Monday. I do various topics that get you going. From if you want to start thinking outside the box as from my employee mindset to an entrepreneur mindset. Like prime example, one of my biggest topics, and everybody be trying to, like, some of my friends and that are fellow coaches, they like, how you gonna be a coach if you don't have a coach? So I said that statement, and it went viral. It went viral on especially my inner circle, and it's a true statement. Also, one of the biggest things, on top of being one of the speakers at the Visionistas on March 20th, I also have my own event that's coming up the following week, the 26th through the 28th. It's the Women on a Mission Virtual Summit. There will be 21 speakers. Percentage of the proceeds of anybody that purchased a ticket will be getting the replay, $1,300 worth of value, and also the book Visionistas will be included as well, a signed copy by me personally. So yes, I always give back. And then finally, a percentage of the tickets will also be going back to a young woman on a mission scholarship. I always give back. That's what I do in all my events and stuff like that. Whether I give a gift card, whether I do a scholarship, it's sharing is caring. But it's our duty as entrepreneurs, it's our duty as people of individuals to give back. So I intend on raising $500. Any of the difference that I don't make, I'm gonna put it in my own, take it out of my own pocket and bless that individual. So look me up, Shay on a Mission. That's what I'm about.
That's right. I love it, man. Shay, thank you for coming on and sharing. Everybody, please go tap in with her. We will have all our information in the show notes. Once again, what you just experienced today was a taste of what you can expect by tapping in with Shay. And this weekend, the Visionistas conference, as she mentioned, there's still time to register. Self-published in 30 days /events. You can register for that. Shay's gonna be one of the many panelists on there. But Shay, I appreciate you coming on. This has been phenomenal. It's been another episode of Author Spotlight with Sharayah Walker, aka Shay on a Mission. We'll catch you next time. Peace.
Thank you.